What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and I wish I was here today with a better LEGO Dimensions video, but sometimes in life things come to an end, and it looks like that is where we are heading with LEGO Dimensions. So, BricksToLife.com has an article that got posted yesterday. They got absolutely decimated with traffic, and the site went down, so. Now that it's back up, I am here to talk a little bit about the article, what I know, and what I watched Dan from Bricks to Life go through over the last couple weeks. So I wouldn't say Dan is somebody that I know super well. I've gotten to know him much better over the course of the last 2 or 3 months, and I have grown to respect him immensely. I know when I barely even knew him at all, he went out of his way to send me a working Marceline figure, and I have watched him just honestly be one of the great dudes in all of gaming. I mean, in all of gaming, like just being a fan and going above and beyond as a fan. His Christmas, it's actually been longer than I thought, huh? His Christmas thing that he did this giveaway over Christmas where he gave away something LEGO Dimensions related every day for the entire 25 days of Christmas or 24 days of Christmas. I don't remember exact details. He's so passionate about what he does, and it's infectious. And I wish that, sometimes I was able to have or put out that much passion. I feel like I'm a pretty passionate person, and I love the game, and I try to share that joy. So I know that this has been really hard on him. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's been sharing some of the news that he's been getting. I've seen things that I probably shouldn't have seen, and it's been really difficult kind of sitting on this and knowing it was coming and wanting to talk about it. But I respect him so much that there's no way I could even like say anything before he posted his article. This is his story, and I think the big thing that everybody needs to do is take a step back and relax. Okay, this is not the end of the world. It's certainly not the first game that's ever been canceled. It's really unfortunate, and I feel really bad because a lot of people are trying to shoot the messenger. And I can assure you that I believe that he has done everything he can to make sure the information that he has is as accurate as possible. Like I've been there as he's gone through the vetting process, as he's asked other people, myself included, for opinions on how to handle certain situations. I don't want to make it sound like I had anything to do with any of this. This is 100% on him, and this is 100% amazing journalistic work. I mean, there's a lot to be said for being able to flesh out this much information, and there's stuff that he's going to be bringing out in other articles in the next day or two that I don't know exactly when he has planned on, but I know that there's at least one other article coming about the year 3 that could have been. I mean, I've seen images of portal builds, and I've definitely seen images of a story pack. It looks like what would have been a story pack that nobody has seen, with a minifig that nobody has seen for a very popular franchise that may have already had a LEGO game. I think the thing I want to be careful of is I don't want to say too much, because this is not my story. This is his, and I shouldn't be the one saying anything that he hasn't released yet. Like, that's not my place. He knows the next 2 LEGO games, and I know them now, and I've speculated on one of them, and I guessed what one of them was going to be a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I was right. So there's that, which is awesome, and I'm so excited, and a certain somebody better be in it this time. So, I I have to say this about LEGO Dimensions. If you didn't see this coming, you are in denial. The writing is on the wall, and without even getting the buckets of information that he has, you could see this coming. Any of us could have made a speculation video or article. Hey, what's going on with LEGO Dimensions? Should we be concerned? And the answer is yes. Without this article, if you're not concerned about this current state of LEGO Dimensions, you are fooling yourself. Okay? This year one went relatively smoothly. I mean, the game was being released. There weren't really that many difficulties. There weren't that many problems. And for all intents and purposes, you know, I thought it went off pretty well considering just how much content they put out. Year one ended with the last pack being released in May. This year was supposed to follow, year two was supposed to follow the same path, but guess what? Out of nowhere, we have stuff disappearing from the screen, like levels disappearing. I think pretty much a story pack disappeared. I don't remember that specifically, so don't necessarily quote me on that, but things disappeared from that Vorton, menu wheel. And they just said, "Oh, that was never supposed to be there." Really? Come on. You're not that naive that you bought that, are you? Like, that was their explanation. "Oh, we didn't realize it was there." I'm sorry, but if that was really the case, somebody that allowed that to happen for months might need to consider, I don't know, a resignation or a demotion. I mean, like, that's pretty brutal. I mean, to have a game like that out for that long and then suddenly realize, "Oh, we put too many levels in the wheel." Sorry, guys, we're just going to take those away. Come on, you're not that naive. They took those away because they decided they're no longer doing them. And then they shuffled the deck on the Titanic because they pitched a 3-year plan for this game and realized there's a really good chance they're not going to be able to get new stuff out for year 3. So they started stretching out the content they announced for year 2, and now it's going to take us all the way to September. So that's one of the big issues with LEGO Dimensions that I've had from the start. There's all this content, and it gets dumped in massive blocks. With the amount of content they announced for each year, they realistically could have done smaller releases monthly, and that would have been amazing. I think that actually would have made it a little more feasible for a lot of parents to maybe pick up a level pack and a fun pack, every month, instead of, okay, here we are, it's the year 2 starts with 7 or 8 packs in September, and then in November here's like 5 or 6 more packs, and then in February here's 5 or 6 more packs, and then here in March here's another couple too, and then here, like, it was basically like every 6 or 7 weeks we were getting bigger chunks of work. So what we weren't getting is full games. So if LEGO Dimensions does get canceled, I'm going to be sad because I love the aspect of LEGO Dimensions that brings together all these different franchises. And, franchises that never would have gotten full-blown LEGO games getting their own little mini games, like Adventure Time, which actually probably could get a full game. Adventure Time is one of the best things that ever happened to me with LEGO Dimensions because I did not ever follow that franchise at all, and now I think it's fantastical. Like, I love the way they talk in that franchise and that series, and even though it's going to be ending soon, it was still a really cool thing. A-Team, we could sit here and go on and on about all these different franchises that you're probably not going to see full games for, and they were able to bring those together, and you're seeing things like Finn from Adventure Time talking to Batman, and I'm looking at all these characters now. You've got like You know, the Doctor from Doctor Who talking to Doc Brown from Back to the Future. You know, Scooby-Doo interacting with Jake. I mean, there's so many really cool things that we got to experience. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog versus the Flash would have been very nice. And not my place to say, but I have a feeling we would have seen that someday. I just, it baffles me how something this popular failed, but at the same time, it doesn't, because when you compare the value of Lego Dimensions, like for price and what you get, versus a regular Lego Marvel Avengers or Lego Star Wars, you know, the value is awful. It sucks. These toys are what holds back Lego Dimensions. I hope in my heart of hearts that they just discontinue like the toy feature. Toys to Life is dead. Toys to Life is not a good business model, and we're seeing that with Disney Infinity going. We've seen that with Skylanders on its death throes. Like, it is a bad business model, and you know, you would think that the one that would have made it would have been Lego Dimensions, because, you know, they're minifigs. And if you're a Lego fan, you want the minifigs. I mean, I find myself hunting down certain little minifigs, and I never wanted these toys to begin with. But that's the problem. There are too many people that play Lego games that have no interest in sinking tons of money into the toys. I absolutely hate having these things all over my desk. Like, I have no good place to put them, and it's frustrating, because, like, there's nothing more awkward than trying to record a video and struggling to find the character that I want to put in, because I have literally 60 characters sitting on my desk, and never being able to put them away because I need to have them all out at all times, because I don't know what I'm going to do. That is the big issue with Lego Dimensions. They didn't figure out a way to allow people to buy their figures and just not have to always access them. Whereas in a Lego Marvel Avengers, you're able to press the Y button, or you're able to press the triangle button, and a wheel pops up, and you grab whichever character you want. Like, that aspect fundamentally hurts Lego Dimensions. I know it's not the be-all end-all, but it's something that they're struggling with. I would love to see them just release what they have left and regroup. The thing about the article that I think a lot of people are missing is Dan isn't saying that it's outright canceled. Okay? He's not saying that there's a 0% chance we have of seeing this continue. He's saying that right now it's on the back burner, and they're trying to figure out what the heck to do. Companies that had stuff that was going to be in year 3 are backing out. Franchises, and the content that they're going to be able to put out for next year is shrinking. So I think if they eliminated, first of all, end Lego Dimensions altogether, and start Lego Dimensions 2. All right? And Lego Dimensions 2 will carry on without the toys and with a cheaper price point, because TT Games gets nothing out of the toy revenue. I mean, maybe they do, I don't know. But, like, as far as their company is concerned, the toys do nothing for them, because they can release full games at $60 and they're making money, and they're doing well. And those games sell well, like, those games are huge sellers. And just with Dimensions, all of this can exist without the toys. And I think if we focus on that, we can maybe save Dimensions. And that's what I hope happens. Because think about it. So you buy a level pack, and it's $30, okay? Half price of a full game. And that level pack gives you, like, what, maybe 2 hours of gameplay for actual story. and then you get an adventure world, and then with year 2, you got, I don't know, whatever battle arena, useless battle arena. Yes, I said useless battle arena. That's the one that hurts the most. Battle arenas are fun. They're a great idea. They are terrible because TT is blind and only wants to do couch co-op. That is what I'm loving so much about LEGO Worlds. I got to play with Pack Attack, like, in my game and in his game. And he lives on the other side of the country. He lives like a 6-hour flight away from me. I would have to drive 3 days to get to him. Can you imagine the type of collaboration that us YouTubers could do where, you know, I'm an advocate for this game, okay? I know I can be very critical of it, but I love everything that TT does. I have so much respect for them. I hurt for them to know that they've worked so hard on this and they're having it like dragged out from under them. It's not their fault. Like, I mean, when they release games that are a little glitchy and delete your saves and ruin everything that you've done in the game, yeah, that's something you can be a little frustrated with them for. But when it comes to what's happening to the dimensions, it's not on them, you know? And it sucks. It really sucks to see this. I want the game to succeed, but I just want the toys to go away. If we could do that, you know, we could be looking at, you know, instead of paying $30 for a level pack add-on, maybe we're looking at $15, you know, and I would pay $15 for a level pack add-on. Okay, it's not really that. I mean, think about their season pass that they do for, you know, Lego Batman 3, or the season pass they did for Lego Star Wars or Lego Marvel Avengers. They released very, you know, short levels. The levels would probably take you a half hour, 45 minutes, and you'd get a little bit of a boost in characters and stuff like that. And they would release, like, I think they released 5 of those for basically $15 at full price. I mean, they can do these things, you know? And I think that's a way better business model. And that's what I would love to see them do. If you release a $60 LEGO Dimensions 2 game, and you have the story following, you know, all these characters, and maybe for the $60 you're starting off with, you know, 100 characters. Maybe it's not the full like 250 to 300, and you've got all these franchises that you're working with. And I mean, just think about it. You could have had, instead of having to switch between the A-Team members and the Ghostbuster members, or having to go buy 4 Mr. T packs like I did just to have the whole A-Team out all at once, you can just have the whole A-Team out at once. And you don't have to worry about the portal. And I understand the portal they made that integral to the story, but it was really unnecessary too. You know, like, we can just, I think all of us love LEGO Dimensions for what it does. And the toy aspect, the toy to life aspect, if we could just leave that behind, then great. And they could still produce content, and they could just add on content as they go, you know, and it doesn't have to be a year 1 and a year 2. It could just be a constant evolution and addition to the game. You know, hey, we're going to do just a short little half-hour level, you know, where you do a little scenario. Shoot. I don't want to use any franchises that I know. I'm going to use Spaceballs, because I can tell you Spaceballs was not going to be in year 3. You know, they can do like a $10 Spaceballs pack where you get, you know, Dark Helmet, you get Lone Star, you get Barf, you get the Princess Vespa, and I don't know, you get like 2 or 3 other characters, like one of their troopers, and Mega Maid, I don't know, the Winnebago for a vehicle. Okay, you get like just 8 to 10 characters from Spaceballs, and you have like a short half-hour level. They could release something like that for $10, and I guarantee you people would buy it. So, I just want to say that, you know, give Dan a break. It's not his fault. He's not lying to you. And most of all, he's not going to tell you his sources. Like, there are people that are coming to him saying, show me what you have. Why in the world? Take a journalism class. Why is he going to do that? The person that gave him information did it at incredible risk to their livelihood and their job. And I don't know what is going through that person's mind, but one of the things that I've said to Dan a lot over the course of this is, why is that person doing this? And I think that's why he scrutinized the information the most. I don't know where the person comes from. I don't know if they're from WB or TT or somewhere in between, but I'm under the impression it's actually more than one person. Again, I'm not going to ask him those details. That's not my place. But he's just the messenger, and I believe him. I've seen enough to believe him, and when he's able to, he's going to show you more, and I think you're going to believe him too. To all the guys at TT, I'm with you, man. I really wish you the best. You guys do an amazing job, and again, I know I can be very critical of the work you do, and that's out of passion. It's out of love for what you do and wanting to see you guys succeed, and being frustrated when, to be quite fair, there's work that you're putting out that is not up to your standards. And I don't know how that happens. I don't know why that happens, but I know it's hard. And, you know, I wish you guys the best. I'm sorry this is happening to you. I wish Dimensions did better. I've been an advocate. I own everything. I've never asked. I feel like I'm in a position where I could ask publicists to send me stuff, and I never do that. I always buy my stuff. And I've had them approach me about sending me stuff. And, you know, I take it, but I still buy it. Like, I got Lego Worlds in the mail from their publicist, and I had already bought it on PlayStation 4. You know? I actually had already bought it digitally on Xbox One as well. I just wanted the game for my collection, the actual physical game. Somebody approached me about Lego Batman, the Lego Batman movie pack, about sending that to me. I already bought it. I already had it by the time they sent it. You know, I just wanted, to me, I like having 2 copies of some of the characters, so especially a character like Robin, so I can have Nightwing and Robin on the board at the same time, which I might have done in this video. So, you know, but I pay my own money. I've spent, I don't know, $1,000 on this game. Not everybody can do that. So if they go all digital, I think we all win. I hope that's what happens with LEGO Dimensions. But if it doesn't, thank you, TT Games, for what you did. And good job, Dan. I'm proud of you, man. We'll see you guys.